bitch. Sneaking, Molly geeking, sneaking and geeking, she fuck with that Molly. Sneaking and geeking, he fuck with that Molly. Sneaking and geeking, we get up on Molly. Turn the floor.
Alright, hey, it's the fucking show. I'm Cameron.
I'm Ace.
Fabian, and this is Valerie.
Alright, and today we got a lot of topics to talk about, so thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So today's topic, Fabian was talking to me about this earlier today, and white people are disappearing.
Ooh.
They'll be disappearing.
What the hell is that?
They'll be disappearing by the year, what was it?
2040. They'll be the minority.
Alright, so white people
Fabian.
You getting big up on that or something?
disappearing.
I wish.
Why your face glittery? You like
My
represent
God.
white Christian America. What will that mean?
Hello, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean right now. What's up?
Why did you shave your head again?
We're recording. Hop right in. Just hop in.
Oh, hi guys, it's Valerie. Hello.
Alright, so the
Queen is
topic
never late. Everybody else is simply
the topic was white people are disappearing.
What?
Yeah. Why do you seem surprised?
You said white people are disappearing?
Yeah, they'll be disappearing
They'll
by
be the
year.
minority group. They're becoming the minority group.
I thought they already are the minority.
no, they're
becoming more minority.
more in minority. So it's like the black population will increase the Hispanic population. Well,
Yeah, soon we'll all have the last name Rodriguez.
I know Puerto Ricans are like most of the population of Orlando
love
Pacific.
their colors.
but no. The thing is, black people are not decreasing.
No.
They're increasing a lot more than
Mhm.
usual because we're being more populated, we're being more fertile. God forbid, I know I was a teenage mom, but shit, fuck it.
There's a lot of black professionals. A lot. I've seen on Instagram every time it's graduation season, all you see is like black scholars. So
I was a black
more
son,
power to you.
but,
You know,
my mom
that's
is
beautiful. I mean, especially everything that our like cultures had to go through to just kind of have even the right to be able to have an education. Like that's a very big deal.
So what's the benefit of them being a minority?
Minority? Exactly.
No, there's
So
no.
like,
There's actually there's some benefits, but there's more of like not that. But so
are they
white
needed?
people, the
basically?
minority white folks, of course, are going to be in the 1%, or the 1% of the 1%. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to do everything in their power to keep the power as long as they can.
Are we gonna be
No,
allowed
this
to see
is
this?
the thing. Yes, we are.
2045.
Let me tell you something. The reason being is because they're more suicidal. They're more they're more dying of defects. I don't know. It's because of karma of what they did. They always say that. No, jeez.
That's
Be honest.
real.
Be
It's
honest.
real.
You if what you do, if it don't affect you, it may affect your child. So it's going to affect a line. So you telling me they're not producing kids as they used to? A lot of them are millenniums, and millennium kids don't.
I don't want to have kids. Yeah.
But majority of them don't have kids.
Or want
Yeah,
to.
because they're not as sexual. Like
Yes.
the spectrum of sexuality has changed so much. So
Yeah.
you have a lot of people that aren't even reproducing. They'll rather have a dog or
Yeah,
a
but
cat.
also, like,
Weren't
bird.
you talking about that
sexualities,
the other time? We were having a conversation about
This is
how,
our second podcast. So
Yeah, because we were having a conversation earlier on, like months ago.
how people aren't that sexual
Yeah,
anymore?
because like
we
let's
were talking
say-
about Japan.
Yeah.
Japan, their population.
No, we were talking about the Kardashians because we
Oh,
were talking
God.
about how in social media. I hate that I even said that name. Please bleep it out. I don't want them to get paid because of us.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's not.
Let's just.
But anyways, we were
Of course.
talking about those people
Mhm.
and how on social media, especially Instagram, you know, you have all these beautiful models and they're always like, their pictures are very sexual. Not necessarily that they're like raunchy, but they're always like in underwear and then, you know, it's always like the sex, they're selling you sex basically, but do they even have sex themselves? And then came the conversation that most of those people, they're not even into sex.
Yeah.
They're just more the brand, sell it, take the picture, get your check, and keep it pushing. Maybe even when it comes down to it, they probably don't even enjoy it, or they probably don't have the time for it or care for it.
Or have never done
because
it.
their priority.
This is why they becoming a minority, because
That's a
I think
possibility.
This is the main reason why I be thank God for birth control. But
They're the ones that majorly use it.
yeah,
To the point where they become infertile.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I stopped that.
After
Like
the
it's
prep.
this is the thing. What people don't understand about birth control is a limit. It's a time frame where you have to stop doing it. Some doctors don't care as long as they give you the money. You pay for it, whatever.
And you don't know what's happening in a genetic level either, too.
Yeah, so
they could be
I-
editing things
Mhm.
in the genetics, even if they were on birth control and then they have a child, but they can't get off
The
birth
kid
control.
can get off
The kid can be
infertile.
infertile. It can be,
I know I came late into the conversation, but it kind of
Very
sounds like
good.
white
We
people.
literally started right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Well, it just kind of sounds like white people are basically eliminating themselves.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But what me and Fabian were talking about earlier is now they're trying to correct issues from long ago because they're realizing their numbers are up.
yeah.
Like,
You're like, hey, I'm sorry that we enslaved your ancestors, but
Bitch, my
try not to do it to us.
ancestors, my ancestors
actually,
fought
all
back,
of our ancestors at this table were enslaved.
Yes.
and mine
So-
fought back.
I mean, they all fought.
They all
No,
fought
no,
back.
But you are the
no,
only
no,
one,
no,
the
no.
only country that was successful in getting rid of their oppressors. So,
Viva Haiti! Yes!
all right,
Shout
so
out.
we're gonna move on to the next subject because we don't have that much time. But LeBron James going over to the Lakers.
Oh my God.
Tell me how the Laker fans are so upset.
Why are they upset?
I don't know.
They got a
First
super
of
nigga
all,
on
They
their
don't
team.
want him though.
No, they're not. I don't know what Laker fans you saw, but they
Everybody that I follow.
Okay, no, they're not. Literally, like everybody who's a Laker fan, literally think that's the best decision because
He's a super nigga.
he's a super
Yes.
nigga. They ain't
I
have.
mean, I'm not
They
saying
ain't have a
nigga,
game.
nigga,
Nigga. We're gonna stay away from that ER
Whatever, 'cause
word.
I can use it. Anyway,
Technically, we can. It's still offensive.
to y'all. The thing is, he hasn't. They have Lakers in particular did not have a game, a playoff in.
Let's just say they after Kobe left.
Not even
got
after
that
Kobe.
game.
No,
Yeah, they got
not
that
even
game.
after Kobe left. During Kobe last Super Bowl.
Are you
not
talking
Super Bowl,
about after
sorry.
he- after
God
he-
forgive me. Why am I missing
NBA Finals.
Finals.
Thinking
The
about
finals,
football
yeah.
matches.
I am. I'm ready for
So,
football
so,
season.
so basically, what you're saying is, when Kobe was getting injured so much,
Well,
that's
yeah,
when they
it
were
It was
still
like
so
team at
sad.
all.
it wasn't helping the team. Kobe was supposed to ban retire. He was just looking for, maybe a little bit more, and he's like, okay, fuck it, I'm out.
Maybe he was bored.
He got bored.
True.
Literally, he got bored because I know for a fact if Kobe is the imitation of MJ, he could still push a little bit more in it. But not everybody is the same. But my thing is,
Even
the
MJ
Laker
left for a
fans.
while.
Let me
Yeah,
say
and then he
something.
went back on the Wizards.
The Laker fans, they may be feeling like, oh, it's the worst decision ever. The young jits, but everybody else looking at it as the best decision ever because
Yeah.
They haven't
They
been
never-
relevant in a minute. He's gonna give him relevance. I mean,
he gonna give them a relevance. He gonna give them a playoff. That's my money.
All right. So, what do you
True.
think the Cavs and the people in Cleveland feel like?
They not gonna like it.
Because you remember the
Let me tell you
first time
something.
I
he
don't think
left.
he's
Let me
gonna
tell you
get
something.
drafted back into that
The
team
first
again.
time he left, the only team I feel like he ever did anything was in Miami Heat, my team. You feel me? But the thing is, he's not gonna get any type of backlash because he did something that the team could never did in their whole entire career of having the Cavs.
All right.
They
So when people
never
start
went to
bringing
the
those
final, they never
jerseys
went to
this
the-
week,
They're not burning the jersey. Let me say something. I only saw maybe one person who said, like, people ain't throwing away their money no more. Money's too high for that shit. You know how much a jersey is? I remember I bought a jersey.
jerseys like 100 to 200,
Exactly,
going
dollars.
almost to 300.
So you telling me somebody's just gonna burn a $200 jersey that somebody else gave them a championship of their city?
They
They
don't give a
never.
damn.
Yes, they do.
We live in a throwaway society,
If you
man.
let me say
Basically.
something. This is the thing. This is the thing also. If you look back at everybody else, you're gonna have some people who's gonna be upset and mad. And then you have to understand where he's coming from. This is business. My team's been sorry. I went to the playoff. None of my team played. I was the only one carrying everything. What you think? Time for me to bounce. It's business. I need my money. I need to feed my kids. Who you gonna feed my kids? You gonna play the game for me? You gonna get my body? No, it's business. I did my job. I gave y'all a championship. That's what he said. He gave him the championship. They never had a championship in a day of their career. Never. So everybody's grateful for it. That's him. Now time to move on. Get new talent, new money, new everything. You can't sit and be mad at him for what? He ain't did nothing.
I understand that because I think about it like that too, like fans. Because, and I say fans because I'm pretty sure we're all here a fan of something, whether it's a TV show or a movie or a person, whatever. You know, an athlete or ourselves. We're a fan of something. So as fans, obviously, we always invest our feelings. So to us, it's more like of an emotional thing. Because I remember when he left Miami, everybody was so hurt and felt so betrayed and whatever. But at the end of the day, it is a business. It's just like when you do a TV show. Once your contract is up, let's say you get another offer for another TV show, you're going to take it. Your fans from the previous show cannot be angry because it is a business. Now, it all depends on the way that you do it. And I think LeBron, at least from what I've seen from my perspective personally, he has a reputation from like, okay, I'm going to be on this team for a little bit, get my championship, move on to the next one. If I don't get my championship here, I'm going to go to the other and the other and the other. Because he went to Miami. He wasn't getting any championships in Cleveland. He went to Miami. He got a couple of championships there, didn't get the other ones he wanted, so he went back to Cleveland. He got the championship he wanted there, then he went to the other one. And it's kind of like, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. You know, you have to see it as it is a business, and at the end of the day, he's going to do what is best for himself and his family, you know, money-wise or whatever, just like any other player would. But there's also that reputation that LeBron tends to switch teams back and forth.
No, he don't.
Just as long as he can get a championship.
No, he don't.
Which, I mean, nothing bad to it, but that's how I'm
Let me tell you
seeing it.
something. You seen it because you don't watch sports like that. What he's doing is basically just business.
Fabian, is my opinion, just like you have your
No,
opinion.
I'm just saying, but it's like you seeing him as switching sports, but switching sports is like talking
Switching
about
teams.
Like switching team is just like talking about freaking on Shaq O'Neal. Shaq O'Neal been in about 10 teams. That's switching teams.
No, it's not
LeBron, no.
LeBron James.
LeBron, let me say, LeBron been in the Cavs all his entire career. So you can basically say he been in like 3 teams. His whole been paying for like maybe like 16 plus, 3 teams. I know players who've been in like 10 teams in 10 years. He's just doing what he have to do. That's business.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
No,
where I
but
said
you
I
tell
agree
me
with
he's
you.
switch a team. Switch a team is like basically he like up this year I want to go because you sorry. Up this year I want to go. No, he's not doing that. What he's doing is basically I don't feel like this team is gonna make me nowhere. Time for me to
That's
go.
what I was trying to say. If he doesn't feel like that team is going to take him to where he wants to go, then he bounces on to the next one, and so on and so forth.
Not
It's
really,
a business. I mean,
it is business, but sometimes he, like last year, he stuck and stayed. When he knew his team was sorry, he stuck and stayed. He just feel like whoever's making the best offer, that's what he's gonna go to.
Exactly.
yeah, that's what it all comes
I
down
mean-
to. It's the number.
I mean, yeah, it's all about the money at this
It's all
point.
about the
And I mean,
number.
he's helped as much as he can with the
And
kids.
that's all you can do. You say thank you and wash your
I
hand
know,
off of
yeah,
it.
exactly. Like you gotta find your own thing now.
Now we
Without
just got to
me
wait for
carrying
the
your team.
season to
You
start.
gotta be a team yourself, honestly. Find somebody else that's gonna cover my position at least. I mean, a lot of people are more focused on LeBron going to the Lakers because, you know, it's LeBron James.
No, it's
And
because
the
of
Lakers, and the Lakers is like a team that everybody's been looking at for a while. Even though they've not been good, the Lakers is still like one
The
of
team
those,
that every basketball player wants to be
yeah,
in
the big
somehow.
ones were always like the Lakers, like during the 2000s. The Lakers and the Celtics. It's always
That's
the Lakers
it.
and Celtics. They're
They
always been fighting each
dominated,
other. They
yeah,
were dominating for
sure.
a while until everybody in the Celtics probably
But he
retired, and then the Lakers, of course.
He did a
always
better
left.
decision than what KD did. Because the thing is, he knew he went to a team where have not been relevant for years, have not been doing nothing for years, had a person who gave them championship and was just sitting in the bench just like whatever
Yeah.
and stuff like that. He went to the team. He know that if I break these people down, I can build up another team. Because at the end of the day, everybody be like, oh, I know this player, he can do it. No, this person had a team who flowed good, and the team is still vibrant, useful, and still can do it, and stuff like
I
that.
think that's how
He-
Cleveland, Golden
K-
State is right now.
No,
They have a
KD
good team.
and them, they just got luck. King, like
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, the thing that I feel like he did was just suck ass move. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's a suck ass move. You went to a team you almost beat, and you left your team without nobody knowing because you feel like you won a championship. Man, you gonna grow hairs and get ball. You didn't get that team. You didn't get that money from the right way. Like,
I'm sorry. You were talking about Kevin Durant, right? Okay.
hey, it is what it is. But
Everybody wants that championship.
But at the end of the day,
Right?
Hold on,
That's
wait.
if you listen to that, you retarded. At the end of the day, no more Cavs going to the playoffs. No more Golden State going to the playoffs the next year. Like that's just a huge.
bad luck on everybody else.
No, just being honest. Because let me tell you something. Them two was just battling off just to do it, just to see who can do it longer. Once that little shit go down, like the Miami Heat, that shit went dead. LeBron went somewhere else. Ain't no more Miami Heat doing. Even though Miami Heat don't have no good players or a star player, but still, ain't no more Heat. Stuff changed. Like the Celtics was in the big up all the time. Now that shit dead.
So let's go ahead and change this over. So we live in a tourist city.
If I could
There's a
roll my
law.
eyes back more, I would, but I can't.
There's a law they're trying to pass to stop daylight savings time here in Florida only.
Which
Like,
makes
what
sense.
do you mean by that? What does that mean?
So if they stop daylight savings here, that would enable people to stay at theme parks longer.
You got me all the way fucked up because I gotta deal with them people. Who we talking to? Whose senator we calling for that?
That's not a bad idea. though.
Actually,
It's also
daylight savings time, getting rid of that actually works in our favor
Mhm.
Yeah.
because think about it in school years. Like when your kids go to school, of course, if they change the time changes.
Nigga,
they're-
And Cameron got a kid too, you Ace.
What happened?
Cameron has a kid too.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Anybody in school age, of course.
Yes,
School
yes,
age. But you already know it's a headache to wake them up earlier than what they used to.
Shit,
wake
it
up.
me.
Plus, that prevents those kids from getting lost in the middle of the night, or well, not middle of the night, but from people preying on them early in the mornings. Because these kids get on school buses in the mornings, and you have all these creeps out there in their cars sitting there waiting. You have
You know what I
less
think-
police force because they have time changes.
I mean,
So,
actually, the
I
time
mean-
change is actually even bad for like your circadian rhythm too.
Yeah.
If you get change the time, then you're gonna change your sleep schedule. That means you're gonna have to do something to adjust it, and that's gonna be you're gonna either lose sleep or you're just
Sleep too much.
honestly, or sleep too much, or
That's
something
not
in
good.
between, and that's gonna mess you up.
I
You're
feel
gonna
like
get
they
weight
should-
gain. You're getting a whole bunch of
The weight gain my head.
yeah.
That don't affect people like.
Gotcha.
But no, the thing is, I agree with it because I used to drop my sister off every morning. We stayed right in front of the school because it'd be 6 o'clock. She have to go to school 7 o'clock. You know, high school, and it'd be pitch dark.
Yeah.
People don't drive safe.
Nope.
Niggas still be outside smoking selling thugs.
Yep.
And I just feel like, okay, give me up, I'll drop you off. Some days I'll be like, bitch, you need to walk, and then here come my mom. No, but I just do it anyway. So
You know why they had daylight savings time?
Yeah,
It was,
you're talking about the save.
it was for the
time
farmers.
for
It was
the
for the farmers.
well, the farmers
Yeah.
so they can grow stuff,
Stuff and
because
stuff.
of war times though.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was brought up.
But this
It was
is
brought
my
up
thing.
early 1900s, and then it's like 1970s.
How does a mass population agree to something like that, though?
they
it's
don't.
easy.
I'll tell you what happens. So our populace is so easily distracted with things.
Yeah.
You can pass something when something major goes on. So say for instance, like when September 11th happened, they passed a bill so they could spy on you.
Ain't nobody knew that.
And
Patriot Act.
yeah, you can sit there and get spied on. So say for instance, if you wanted to send Valerie something you want confidential, you, Valerie, and the rest of the government knows about it.
I mean, before 9/11,
I mean,
Abraham
well, they
Lincoln.
don't-
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that's
Lincoln,
why
yeah,
motherfuckers
Habeas
be
corpus.
sneaking up on you all the time.
Oh, it ain't sneaking. You already agreed to it when that bill was passed. So
Yeah, I don't even know.
Pretty much.
You agreed to what I even agreed to. You agreed to what you being in high school, middle school. Now you just agreed to shit. That you ain't had shit.
People don't read none of that stuff.
That's why they say read the terms and conditions.
And the fine
They
print
made
too.
fun of it. They made fun of it in South Park with the Apple thing.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah, when
The
you
human
agree
centipede.
to these terms, like you said right over here, you agree to be a human centipede, randomly chosen.
That's a disgusting movie. I hate number one. The other two, they just became comedy. But the first one was very sadistic because literally
Because they didn't know their thing. They didn't know what they were doing basically. With the genre.
it was this.
I never seen it. I know it's on
Don't
Netflix,
talk
but I
about
never
it.
seen it.
All right, so another law that's getting passed is the law on opioids. So, are you guys familiar with opioids?
I've heard that before.
All right, so
I have
like
a couple
heroin
people take that
and hard prescription drugs
Hard
for
drugs,
pain.
okay.
So what they're doing is, say for instance, you go through like some surgery or whatever, what doctors want to do now is, or what the law has is, they're trying to prevent people from getting hooked on these drugs because opioids now, that's what's mainly killing Caucasian people is opioids. We had our stints back in like the 80s, the 70s, 90s or whatever, people getting strung out on heroin, but when it affects them, that's when they care. So what they want to do is give like 3-day prescriptions or up to 7-day prescriptions depending on what you had done. Now people that are terminally ill, going through cancer, major trauma, they're exempt from it.
They smoke weed, baby.
Smoke.
So I mean,
You get your yeast, you get your high.
Marijuana can solve and cure so many things.
Let me tell you
But
something.
because it's not going to make them as much
well,
money,
I mean,
it's a problem.
they're trying to make that into something, but we're more focused on opioids because
But let me
people
say-
are getting hooked.
Let me tell you something. The reason being why people get hooked, when I had my accident, I had one pill. It eased everything, and I told the doctor, I don't want no more pill. You have to be mentally strong enough to say to yourself, can you tolerate this pain that you're going through right now? Because literally to this day right now, my scar still hurt if you touch it. That's why I'm afraid to even lay any certain type of way, because it literally wasn't this close for my brain and my skull to be open. So people have to be mentally strong for stuff. Some people feel like whatever is the easy way out, I want it. It's not like that. It shouldn't be like that. You should have an option to yourself to be like, okay,
This is
I'm
reality.
I'm reality. I need to face it. I need to man up to it. Because this is the thing you're not realizing. You thinking it's easy something, and then you get hooked onto something else,
Right.
and then more stuff.
And
Then
then
you
you
have
move
to
on.
add.
But like if your like accessibility to it stops, then you gotta find something around it that's gonna make you feel the same way.
So just like we learned in like elementary school, that's basically a gateway drug. It just keeps taking you off to something harder until.
I learned in elementary school and middle school, you take shit like that, you get AIDS. So, G-shit.
Well, this is in pill form. Yeah, not the liquid. But I mean, I agree with it because you have people out there that want to go and say, "Oh man, my foot been hurting" or whatever, and then you got those doctors that'll just give you something like, "All right,
They
get
had
some."
a case like that in Miami. It's two twin brothers. They open up a pharmacy. It's easy for you to get a pharmacy place, like open up a building for pharmacists, right? It's easy, even if you never went to school for it, you never had any
You
type
can
of
open up
background.
any business
You
you
can
want, as long
open-
as you got the money.
You can build. You can make.
So the two twin brothers, one of them, he thought of it. He was like, "Damn, that's easy money." So he went around looking for doctors. Once you get a doctor, your business already taken off and everything. So he got a couple doctors. He was like, "I can make you this easy amount of money in one day if you do this. Just sign off stuff." And bam, 8 doctors agreed to it. 8 now. They agreed to it. And it was crazy because it was like when people was describing the building, it was like people are lining out outside in front of other people's business just to go to a clinic.
Right.
Not even a clinic, a pharmacist.
It's like a trap house.
Just going
In plain sight.
It's in plain sight. A pharmacist. I've never been to a pharmacist where the line is so long. Like, no.
Yeah, not even the ones at Walgreens.
Walgreens and CVS is like 3 people and that's it, and they get in and get it out. And you don't have that good slip
Not
where
even
they
their drive-throughs are that long.
no.
Yeah.
So it's like when they was describing it, and then it got to the point where it was crazy because people they was like prescribing so much stuff that you pay them this amount of money. People taking out loans. People traveling from Georgia, Tallahassee, Alabama.
And you ain't technically got to give them the real name.
No, you don't.
No, you can go in there and say, "Hey, my name is Jose Cruz, and I want to
this
get
exactly
this."
Because they will go to the doctor. The doctor will tell them, "Hey," they will go. Literally, they have the pharmacy right here and the doctor office right here. They will go to the doctor. Doctor there. Oh, my head hurt. Here, try them. They go to the medicine and go. And then when they start seeing people flying like flies, dropping like flies, one after one after one after one with this, you know it's crazy that they didn't charge the doctors. They charged the owner.
Of course not. They were just doing what they were told.
None of the doctors got charged. None of them lost their license. They did a plea deal for a little malpractice and whatnot. But they still keep doing their business.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like
the owners probably got it in because
they got
the doctors probably confessed.
Yeah, they confessed. But the thing is, this is the thing. You don't put only blame on people. You put blame on your physician too, because as easy as somebody can say that here's this, and Medicaid, your insurance, whoever here's $1,000. Here's this month for doing that. Here's that. It's easier money.
Like, the Philippines is doing something different though. In the Philippines, you know that the president, he's on his war on drugs altogether. You heard the new thing that he did?
What's that?
He said, "I will give any citizen a gun for free if they use it against any drug crimes." Any citizen. Jacob was like, "I need a gun.
So
I got a guy over here."
Purge in the Philippines all day, every day.
It's called PvP though, basically.
But you know let me say something cruel, but that would work. I'll be so terrified to sell drugs in front of somebody because now that I know that, no, be honest, now they can shoot me dead point blank because
literally thing that you're just saying, is like that those doctors should be accountable. Well, now they're going to be accountable.
Yeah,
for having a bullet in their head.
Yeah, because it's like now you're not getting charged for something that you did. I just feel like certain people should be accountable for their actions.
All right, hold on. So this is like a scene from Death Wish. You guys ever see Death Wish? The new one with Bruce Willis?
No.
So,
the cartoon?
No, hell no.
Is that
All right, so
Unbreakable Universe?
no. All right, you see it? So he's gonna go deal with a drug dealer, right? So Ice Cream Man is like the neighborhood drug dealer, right?
Everybody
Well, just because they don't know. So.
I sell food stamps. If I got a little food stamp here, take a few.
Alright, watch.
Hey, look here. You're the ice cream man? Fuck you. Your last customer.
Get that motherfucker out. So that's exactly how it would be over there in the Philippines then.
Exactly. They
So
see one small bag.
Oh, hold on.
And nobody tried to stop him, find him back.
Wait,
let him
I didn't
either.
show you the petty shit. Hold on, wait. Alright, this man dead, right? Damn.
Somebody got the ice cream.
Oh, look how many people run over there to get the ice cream.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, nobody's safe. So, next subject. Me and Fabian were talking about this earlier. So, they passed an act where kids that are bullied in public schools can get a voucher to go to private schools.
So they can get bullied in
Who
private
did
school.
this? Was this what's her
Who
name?
the fuck is running our government?
Yeah.
But what's her name? What's that girl? What's the one that's doing the education part?
You talking about the one
Look
with
who
the
our
fucking
president
hot guys and shit?
Yes, I forget what her fucking name was, but
Huckabee, right?
no, it's not.
No, it ain't Huckabee.
Isn't that, is she cockeyed?
Look.
Heavily bullied when I was young, and let me tell you, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in your family. It's in your community. It's in school.
Girl,
Like,
you was
going,
bullied.
the first people that bully you are your own freaking family members. They're the ones that create that tough skin. So when you go out into the real world, it doesn't affect you as
Some
much.
family members are just
I mean, I
assholes.
understand that, but I just feel like moving a kid from public school to private school is
That's
not
gonna
going
make
to
it
change
worse.
anything.
It's actually
This-
gonna make it worse.
Kids are kids wherever they are.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This is why it's bad. Because public school, you got a bunch of kids whose parents make the same amount of money going to the same place. It's picking fun. All right, I'll make fun of Ace. Ace makes fun of me. We're good. You go to private school. Private school is funded by rich parents.
Money.
So just because you get bullied in a private school,
Parents are
all they're gonna do
parents
is
are gonna bully
this.
you
They
too.
might not even say
Let me
anything.
tell you something.
Because
When
they're
my
not
child
going
goes to her
to-
private school, I get real ghetto and ratchet. I don't give a fuck.
Well, they'll
I'll
probably
stab a
protect the
bitch.
person in there that gives the most money.
I don't give a
That's-
fuck. I don't give
So,
a fuck.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck. I
You're
don't have
moving-
shit to lose when it comes out to
you're
my
basically
child.
moving
I
the
will go to
kid
jail with my mug shot and my
to
wig to the
somewhere
side
else.
like this.
You can have that, but they're gonna move a child.
I'm
getting
trying to bail
bullied.
you out, Fabian.
They're
My
gonna move
mama
a
got my
child.
bail money.
They're gonna move a child from getting minimum bullying to severe bullying.
Let me tell you something.
And this is the thing. When you're in public school, you have people that are way more relatable to you. At least,
Of course.
even if
because
you're
they're all
bullied,
the same
you have
class
like 5 or 7 people that you still can relate
I
to.
can't relate
and kind
to
of back you
y'all
up.
Why you can't relate?
Because
Did you went to private school?
I ain't been to private school. I've been to all black school. And all black school, you talk shit, we talk shit too. We
Yeah.
fight it out. We call
My
it.
elementary school and my middle school were
I've
all
never
black.
been bullied. I've never been the type of point where somebody
Bless
talks
my friend.
talk about people. Yeah, they talk about me. I talk right about people. I talk about people to this day.
I don't
I
see
talk
where
about
this
your
bullying
mama,
stuff
your
comes
daddy,
from.
your grandmama, your dad, whatever. I don't give a fuck. When it's come down to arguing, fighting, it's no fair game. When they say, "Oh, you can't hit her," who? Bitch, I stab you if I had a knife
I
right
think
now. I don't
bullying,
give a fuck.
I mean, yeah, and then you're going to private school where everybody else is above you already. So obviously
Class
you're gonna be
wise.
you're gonna be the outcast. So obviously, and the thing is, nobody's gonna care about you because even the counselors and the principals are gonna be laughing at you
Right.
because they got money too.
Well, you can also look at this. Like, you've seen like plenty of interviews with celebrities, and their child is like probably like the only black kid there, and they say, "Oh, mom, they make fun of my hair, or they touch my hair all the time, or they do this." You're putting your child in that situation because you don't want them to be around themselves.
You get
Not
a,
like
you
that.
get a you get a hit on you.
Not
I
that.
was
Go back
I
to
would
that.
hit you.
That one
All right,
situation-
let him go. Go.
Remember that one situation way back when where the kid was being bullied by, I guess it's like 3 other, I don't know if it's 3 other black kids or whatever. And then it was before Infinity Wars came out. So
That
then,
little ugly retarded white boy.
yeah, that one. The
And
one-
then when he got upset, he started crying and shit like
Oh,
that.
Yeah, he started crying, and then what happened
You know
was,
what
and then
I'm
all the celebrities like Chris Evans was like, "Hey, man, we'll invite you to go to the movie." Come to find out, he was actually throwing out racial slurs.
At
He was
people.
also,
Oh,
he was
yeah, I saw
also
that.
like saying the South will rise again and shit like that. So then
His
all the celebrities,
His parents were racist. That's what it
Yeah.
was. They were kind of making them play that
all
off.
the celebrities were like, "Oh
You
shit."
know, that's why I realized about
Because
Donald
people
Trump.
don't do
Celebrities
research
are
first.
very bandwagon, and most of the time they probably don't even know what they're
They
standing
have to,
up for.
Which
They just want to be relevant. to
Which
the
we're going
news.
to talk about that issue where, what's his name? He's a popular activist, Sean King, right?
Mhm.
Light skinned guy with glasses, whatever.
Mhm.
He was on a bandwagon for this chick who claimed she got molested or raped by the police, and he was like, "This is always what happens," or whatever. And then they show the footage. She never even got touched, so he had to go back on what the fuck he was saying. Now, how does that make you look?
Dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
People always stand behind your words, and then you had to go back on it because now you seen the fucking footage.
Just like what's the name of the little girl? I'm gonna get her name. Give me a second. When what's the rapper who died recently?
XXX
Okay.
Tentacion.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he died, his little friend was she in Disney Channel. It started with an S.
Shy Jackson.
Yes, her ass.
Oh,
She started blaming another little dude saying, "Oh, you killed him." Let me tell you something about celebrities. Watch your words, because if it was my black ass, I'll be right here with a fake arm and a leg like you done had me got assaulted because I'm gonna sue you. Because this is the thing.
Oh yeah, we live in a Sioux society too.
This is the thing. You have to watch your words. If you don't know shit about it, if you wasn't there,
Don't put no input.
don't put your input. Just say I'm sorry for your loss to the boy page and keep it moving. Don't go to somebody else's page. I hope wish death on you and anything, because you have a following base that will do that. People are retarded. People will be like, "She hates you. I hate you. I have to kill you." People are retarded. Yeah, like people.
That's what I was saying. Like a couple of things ago when I was saying like, don't say shit bad about Beyonce. Motherfucker, I could just mention Beyonce's name and everybody watching this shit will send a hate mail.
I would. I'll send it right to your house.
You can't even say B movie. Like motherfuckers will be right on you like that.
You got something bad to say about Beyonce?
I said B movie.
Okay,
Oh, okay. About to say because
See,
you're
exactly.
gonna fight right now.
See, y'all already tripping. Y'all gotta get out of that hide mind. See,
I mean,
B
it says
movie.
it. I mean, it says it on what's it called? What was that? Oh yeah,
When you
They
do
said
it,
in
when
the
you achieve everything Beyonce has achieved, then you can come talk at her. And still look the way she looks, and have the beautiful kids that she does, and still keep her man.
You wanna know what's crazy? She's all the way up here, but motherfuckers didn't care about her when she was making, poor girl music.
I mean, okay, first of all, I didn't know her because I didn't even know English, so you cannot hold that against me. But once I learned English and I knew who Beyonce was, I've been a fan of her ever since.
I'm talking about the non-melanated.
Like when she was in Destiny's Child, the original Destiny's Child.
Yeah, the original before they cooked the two girls out, replaced them with two girls, and kicked the other girl
And
out.
then put Michelle.
Girl, you got Michelle being Michelle out single bitch in a heartbeat.
No, I like her, but I'm
They
just
got
saying
no
they got
rhythm.
her. Just know, yeah.
Anyway,
Michelle,
it's-
baby, I love you. I was skinny just like you too, but you know a little shoom shoom guy.
Alright, so we're gonna review some anime shows. Only 3 of us here watch anime. So who wants to go first?
Not me. None of your MAs.
Alright.
Wait, you didn't see the what's it called, the preview for the new what's it called? Attack on Titan.
I have
It's
Netflix. I
coming out
probably
this
start
year?
watching
Yeah.
that.
They have the
No, it's
they have the
not.
preview out already.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be waiting 5 years again.
No, they're coming. They're coming with.
Oh,
the
they coming
season.
back
They're
high.
coming back.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're bringing somebody that.
Ooh, they
from
Did I
Legacy
just talk
Pass,
to you
yeah.
about that earlier? I was like, check that out.
They coming back hot. Okay. Let me tell you something.
What
I'm
is it,
an
season
Attack
3?
on Titan.
Season 3.
I'm waiting for
Oh, yes.
the
James
new
is what- yeah, the
season
teaser
of.
scenes. Look at the teaser scenes. It's on there.
I had to watch it last time. It's going back to how these all started, right?
Why is he so upset about them sweeping some dirt?
Because of the captain.
Before we get to that copyright shit. So,
And
yeah. But,
know
I
what
mean,
it is,
at least you
they
hyped
showed the
up.
villain too. The villain's gonna be real good too.
Uh-oh.
I like when you told me who he was and what part of the name.
Oh no, not that villain. It's gonna be in one before him. A lot better.
Uh-oh. Alright, so...
Lost.
Alright, so Attack on Titan Season 3
I'm
comes
ready
out
for
when?
I don't know, but it's gonna be coming out.
They
pretty
never
soon.
tell you when.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
so it
literally
just
it
drops.
just drops.
It's gonna be
Okay.
soon,
Like in
though.
Japan, it drops. Like literally, it was in a big, huge theater, and everybody watching it, and I'm like right here trying to watch it, and people in front of me. I'm like, ooh.
That's like the Boku no Hero or My Hero Academia. The movie is coming out in August.
You
Isn't it
know,
about the young one? The young All Might.
They have a bit of it, but it's gonna be like a new villain.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has 3 seasons out just in case. It's a really good anime if you guys are into that.
you know what's the best anime, but they fucked up season 2.
What's that?
What's the one with the boy? He was human, and then they have like these unhuman people. They only drink blood, but they.
Oh, you talking about like Cabaneri? It's like Attack on Titan, but with
No,
like a train.
Not them.
No.
I seen
Oh, you're talking about fucking.
it. I gotta watch. I gotta get it to you.
It's season 2 just came. Was it season 2 just came out?
How about we discuss stuff that includes me too?
Let's
Valerie,
see.
it will not clues you because
It's
you don't
that
watch
zombie.
anime.
He's half zombie, half human.
Yeah, it's Cabaneri.
Isn't
Not
anime
Cabaneri,
like?
it's
Why
the,
do they call them anime?
oh.
They're just cartoons.
Like he has a red eye.
Well, actually, let me talk about that.
Yes, he has a red eye. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my God! Let me tell you something. They finna come out
Hey.
with a season 3, and it's gonna be a little bit more in detail.
I like the season 2 though.
No, I
it's
did
a
not
good,
like
It's a good
it.
one because it's gonna set up everything that's gonna happen in season 3.
Yes, but the thing is, this is the thing. You cannot do that because people are gonna be lost. Now people are gonna be wondering like,
Well, then watch the first season.
no, the first
Read the
season.
manga.
Yes, you have to read the manga. But season 1 was the best season they ever made. I really can't wait for season 3 because then I can understand what the fuck just happened. why is he carrying his motherfucking body to these people? They finna kill him. It's too much. And you're like, so up in your edge, and it ended, and you're like, you fucking bitch.
They're gonna explain everything in season 3.
So it is wonderful. And then their theme song in season 1 was the best theme song in
I'll give
fucking
you that too.
fucking any anime I ever watched. Literally, any anime I ever watched, they had the perfect theme song. Literally. And I'm waiting for season 3. Literally, it was the perfect. No, literally, in anime they have like weird ass theme song. For that anime to have a good ass theme song, it's literally. I used to skip like theme songs and stuff like that and just get right to the show. I would never skip the bitch.
How dare you skip them?
Because that was lame. But this one, I
After
would
you've
go.
heard it about the 15th time, you cannot stop singing it.
No, after you heard it the first time and you don't get the rhythm of
Bleach
it.
had that bomb.
Yes,
Oh,
Bleach did
Bleach
too.
had multiple.
Bleach had too much to. No, Bleach every season Bleach changed their shit and it get like too complicated. But season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul was like kind of the best.
What they usually do is like season 1, they would always have like for a lot of the animes, they would have like that one theme song playing throughout the beginning of it, and then at the end they changed it up. Tokyo Ghoul, they just kept it on there. It's like
Is
Why
Pokemon
change
an
something
anime?
Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the man.
Alright,
Hey,
so,
I've seen Pokemon.
Girl, you're embarrassing right now.
alright, so there's one
I need to
anime
watch
I
that
want to
song.
recommend to everybody at this table to watch. It's called Doreku, which is translating to Tokyo Slaves.
No.
So I'm going to tell you why to watch this. There's
I already don't like it.
Me too.
you're assholes. Alright. You use a mouthpiece, and the other person puts a mouthpiece in, and you can control what they do. So, say for instance, hold on, I'll put the mouthpiece in Fabian's mouth, I'll put one in my mouth, and I say, Fabian, bang your head across the wall until I say stop. Kind of like Kilgrave on Jessica Jones.
Kilgrave?
Yeah.
Let me
But he
say
does
something.
that to everybody though.
I know.
You don't have no mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You might as well just wear Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I just feel like Cameron be watching the most oddest sadistic shit in anime.
Sadistic?
Sadistic?
Yeah.
Whatever, fuck it, out of here. I just feel like you watch the dumbest shit in anime I won't even allow
I watch the
myself.
most psychologically
He really does.
disturbing shit.
He'll watch stuff that be like,
Well, not everything.
no, everything.
Everything I watch is fucked up.
It's
Because
fucked
he
up.
got
And I'm going to tell you why. Because
Lucifer
he
is
got
not
me-
fucked up.
It's not
Anime.
Oh, you talking about
Yeah.
anime? Well, I don't know what we're talking about because I don't watch anime. I wish
Watch
I
it.
did. I wish I knew, but I don't. So I guess I need to watch some shit so I can bring my 2
You can
cents
watch
into this conversation.
Devilman. Crybaby.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's actually the
Yeah.
other side of the story from the original Devilman too.
I figured,
Yeah.
but I never wanted. I literally doubt it. Kind of fucked with my mind a little bit, just a little
I
bit.
mean, the first episode is a little like raunchy, a lot raunchy. It's all raunchy. It's nothing more.
Extremely raunchy.
Exactly.
It went there.
And it's a Netflix series.
That's what killed me the most. Netflix don't really.
They be having sex and stuff.
Girl.
More than that.
All right.
They had orgies and fucking homo. Oh my god, they went ham. What fucked me up about it is
And on
because
drugs too.
yes, because the thing that fucked me up, it's not the sex, because you know I watch into so. It's
Did you watch hentai? What?
Hey, listen.
That I've
it's
seen.
art.
That I've seen, just out
I
of
like-
curiosity.
I watched
But let me
hentai.
tell you how they got me. I thought it was anime. So I'm clicking on it and it starts normal. Like,
Alright, okay, did you see an ad on the side that says
No!
single women? And
No!
You weren't paying attention then.
I was just
Wait before it.
clicking.
Just
You
wait
wasn't.
before it
She
goes
wasn't
back.
paying
Oh,
attention.
so-
Yeah, I was
She
just
wasn't
clicking,
paying
so I'm
attention.
thinking
8
I'm watching the
years.
cartoon. So I'm looking at it's like a normal story. They're in school and blah 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 blah. All of a sudden he gets home, blah 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 blah. That's his mom or his stepmom, somebody. And then
Oh, that's
they're
everything.
and then blah 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 blah. They're having sex, and I'm like,
Literally, it's a
Whoa,
stepmom,
hold
it's their
up.
cousin, or it's like basically random
Their
boy.
camp coach.
Yes, it's random.
it's always like a schoolgirl or the
Japanese are just
stepmom
like,
or the
I mean,
somebody.
if you go to Japan, you turn on TV in Japan, you're either gonna have a weird game show.
Their game show is funny.
Yeah,
The best
it's
one
all
was the
way
old
up.
one. You remember the old back in the day one where they used to have all these bunch of people running. Like they first come up and they'll be like,
Running, yeah, and then
I
they just, you break their spirits.
Yes.
but no, with Devilman Crybaby, what got to me is that, okay, you thinking something, and then all of a sudden, yeah, he eats you. You like, what the fuck?
You like, no, you guys were just fucking, and all of a sudden your vagina just turned into
And the one that got me the most was when episode 6.
What?
Episode,
I only watched the first episode. I haven't finished the rest of it yet.
Episode 6, when one of the guys, I guess he didn't know he was a devil, and then he was just hamming another nigga booty. And then, boom, he ate him. It took me like, what the fuck is going on?
And these are cartoons?
Yeah, it's not
Well, it's not cartoons, it's anime. Actually, if you think about it, anime is more of a medium and less of like an actual genre.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anime, like Japanimation, basically, they're weird. They do weird things.
Does it ever get to the point for you guys where you forget you're watching an anime?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
I do.
yes.
Like you're
I mean,
so
you
deep into it.
You think
to
this
where-
person is alive? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. There's like some show, like there's some like Cowboy Bebop. That one had a really good storyline. That was a
Cowboy
good one.
Bebop had a good theme song too, and a good storyline.
So who
as well.
invented hentai then? Like what
Hentai
sets them
Japanese.
apart?
They just showed
All right,
Because
so
they still physically kind of look
so
the same.
this
How
this
he
is
adopted.
here's the difference in between anime and hentai.
This is actually
So-
a question of mine.
With anime, they can go as far as showing nipples, and they can show curvature of naked bodies, but they will never show
The cooch.
penises. They will never show vaginas. They will not show pubic hair. But with hentai, they show everything from fluids to blood to freaking.
I know.
No, it's not.
I've seen
It's
stuff.
not true. I mean, what's it called? Was that one with the character Guts? Berserker. Berserker. they
Well,
have
that
some-
was more mature anime.
Let me say
You
something.
have
Berserker,
older animes
see the last
didn't really have
the
that
last
buffer.
part, I hated it.
You mean the new one that came out?
You're
Yes.
talking about the cell shaded one?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I
Some
hate
shit
it.
sucks.
I
It's the worst animation style I've ever
hated
seen.
it because the thing is, at first, the first episode got me. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to season 2. Then I looked for season 2 and it got me. And then season 3 came and I hated it. I hated it. I
They
was
tried too hard with the animation style.
I hated it, and then I was like, "What is
What am I
this?
to watch?
What I'm watching?"
What was another one? Elfin Lied.
I heard that was super dark.
That was really dark.
Definitely, what is it about?
I don't know. It's like mainly about like this one really
It's-
powerful psychic girl.
Yeah, and people were just around her fucking deteriorating.
Dying.
Like, because her power is that fucking strong.
Powerful.
It's like the girl from Iceman.
Oh, you talking about like Phoenix?
No, but isn't that only if she touched people?
Mm-mm. Phoenix was a telepath.
Yeah, Phoenix can just disintegrate you when you're thinking.
Think
about
about
it.
you.
That was the one with the white hair.
No,
That's
No, that's Jean Grey.
Grey.
That's the road right there. What are you trying to do? What are you watching?
Okay, I've seen X-Men, so who are we talking about?
Oh my god.
Yo.
You really love
Because you guys are talking about shit that I don't know, so I feel like I'm
The
not
red hair, the one that
included.
was always with Cyclops.
or not even.
Oh, the one that
Yeah.
was with
She was in love with.
Wait.
Well, what's her name was in love with her.
Wolverine.
Well, that was in the movies.
That was in the movie,
In the
but in the
TV shows.
TV show, she was in always with Cyclops.
No. But some animes actually did pioneer a lot of what the modern anime is like. Cowboy Bebop being one of them. Lupin the
It
Third,
kind of it made me cry at the end because I didn't know if he was dead or he was playing.
That's the thing. Yeah, they just
And I
kept it as a
I
cliffhanger.
really want them to go back and just do one more season, please, because I really love it. I was so in love with the character. What's her name? The girl, the crazy
Faye?
one.
Faye Valentine.
Yes, and I got their name because of her.
And it's actually interesting because that was the first anime that had showed diversity too.
That was my name. I stole that name because of her. Like literally, I stole that name because of her. I was just so in love with her, and it was like, oh my god.
Next subject that Valerie can actually put her 2 cents in.
Damn. It's
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Go
you
for it.
good.
That's you.
You prepared this show.
But Valerie,
So-
you want to say? We talk
But what am I gonna talk about?
I don't know. What's
Talk about
what did you
anything
say?
that's going on right now.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
even know what's going on.
Okay, what's going on? Let me tell you what's going on. So the immigration
was in
that's going on.
vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the immigration policy right now. That's
They're
going on.
returning.
They're returning kids, and it
Depressing.
just let me tell you something. I cried for a couple of days because of that. Because coming back from a background of kids who was my parents, my whole family is immigrants.
Yeah.
So it's like I can see how I can feel affected towards it because it's like people are like, oh, whatever, whatnot. Don't bring your kids here, but we didn't come here because we want to. It's because we have to. We don't have a choice. Like some people want that. Like, be honest, my parents came here because they just felt like they want to come here, and they came here, got the education they wanted, and they stayed. Other people who I know, literally, I know people who came from a boat, literally, from boats. I won't give out their names. I won't tell nothing. If ICE or whoever immigration comes knocking on my door and ask me who, you can kiss my ass and just throw me in jail because I'm not telling. My thing is, it's like you think life is good, but it's not. It's not what you think it is. You have
From their side or
from
our side?
From our side.
Yeah.
Like life is not like you think. Like going to this place is so beautiful and everything. Like literally, people like if you go to Mexico right now is like you have to. If you going only to tourist side.
Oh no, yeah.
You only going to where you see where it's beautiful for you.
I mean,
that's anywhere.
Yeah.
So you always thinking that, oh, they good. They got some sort of resources. No, it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that. Other places where they don't have need. Just like in America, y'all hide the fact that we have property. Like I went to Atlanta, and it was the first time I met up and close to people where they're literally, I walked across the man, he was sleeping like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And it was raining. It was raining, and he was just sleeping like it was nothing on the floor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we want to so bad to fight other people by stupid shit like this, but you can't solve your own backyard. Like, look at your own backyard before you start going ham. You think, let me tell you something. If I was other country, you came and tried to take over because this is what I'm doing, this and that, I'll be getting mad at y'all and do the same thing as y'all too because look what y'all doing. Like kids are being fed shit. Like I just feel so sad for the kids because like literally you putting kids away from their parents, detaining them as if they were in prison, letting them sleep in metal blankets.
Space and metal.
Well, it's like space, yeah.
Basically. But the way that there's this person that was like really crunching the numbers for immigration policy. He's saying that every million immigrants that we bring in, it's gonna throw at least another 5 billion into poverty.
And let me say something. That's the thing. That's y'all white people. Y'all white people privilege. Y'all day clean as shit. You'll never do a day nothing because you have pride. So that's why y'all decrease it in numbers because y'all pride is too much.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You better stop accepting that black little kid that your white daughter had with that black man and start accepting that your child because that's your only lifeline of your existence because your pride is too set up in your ass. My thing is,
there's gonna be one small gene.
Who?
There's gonna be one small gene.
Y'all just gonna be.
Not only that,
Y'all just gonna be just like. Yes, you're gonna be just like them. What
we
they
want to
say?
be one little leaf in the corner.
What is it?
Thanks for watching. This has been a segment with the Fuck It Show, and of course you got Cameron,
Ace,
Princesa Fabian, and Valerie.
We do appreciate you guys. Make sure you
Yes.
like, share, subscribe, follow.
Yes.
Check out our Instagrams. I'm at RPKilla.
I'm at Ace_Gok.
Oh my white girl. Oh shit, that's my old.
Faylu13.
Yeah.
And I am Valerie_Ronda. Make sure you follow our personal page, just as long as well as our podcast page. Let us know what you guys want to hear us talk about, what you think so far. This is episode 2. Okay, thank you for that, Fabian.
That's cool because I'm cutting that out.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.